Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this special half an hour. I'm going to say, I don't see the face. It's quite annoying that I'm talking to myself. If everybody is fine, we are going to record this webinar. And, and we have some, especially Paul from One DMC World, that would like to thank him, but he could not join. So we are going to record. And if you have any question, please, you can write on the chat. You can write during the presentation, but I go through the questions at the end. So I think that's in that way, it's a little bit more reasonable. So as I have only half an hour, I'm going to start right away. And I hope you will enjoy what I have to present about our beautiful Swedish Lapland and about us Nordic Ways. So we are a DMC. We are located in Sweden. We have one office in the Arctic, so one office, the main office is in Stockholm, but then we also have an operational office in Kiruna, Kiruna in Swedish Lapland, where we operate all the Northern Lights season especially. That's where the international guests are more focused to come to our destination, although we are a destination that operates all year round. Our DMC has more than 14 years of expertise. We are plural cultural, multi-language. We also have an office in Latin America, quite a lot of clients from Brazil and other countries, and also US. So it keeps us with the time zone according to those clients from America. And we operate both MICE, FITs, and leisure groups. Our groups are not regular packages. That means that you don't buy one seat in the bus, but we can customize smaller bus, big buses, just for two, just for one, the way your clients would like to travel. Uh, Talking about Swedish Lapland, talking also about what's going on in the trends for the future. Clients want more and more, not just to visit and be on a tour, but they want to experience a destination. And the way that we build our programs, we always give them a chance to understand, to comprehend where they are, but they also need to live a little bit like what it is, the Arctic life. And that is something totally according to the new trend that is continued to 2026. The wilderness and something that we have been doing since ever in our companies, like sitting around the fire and getting a group. And this group is quite special because this was in a very small Sami village that we made this event for a big car company. And then suddenly they say that they needed to have a conversation in between them. And then what I said, okay, we are going to do something, but no technology in that one. It was something special organized for them. And we sit all of us around the fire and talking with the Sami, and we have here some of the Sami guys in the picture. But the group there, and after the trip, they told me, Roberta, that was the most simple solution, but the solution that we will never forget. I cannot even say that we were in minus 32 outside, but around the fire, it felt super cozy to do that meeting. So something also that keeps on the trends is this feeling of adventure, finding places where you feel the wilderness. And of course, when you travel to cosmopolitan cities, huge places with a lot of cars and people and transportation and everything feels in a hurry. We understand when these clients they want to go to their vacation or even when we are building our MICE events, we need to slow down. We need to understand the Arctic. We need to look at the sky. We need to feel the pace. Wellness, I mean, also recently we have seen on Instagram a huge artist that simply collapse of stress. Stress is commanding the daily life of people, and it's stress because we are so connected. We got so connected in our lives. Everything is remote answer. We are in insta moment, so answer now, it's real now, and a lot of information in this digital world, and then you need to find the balance and find the time for yourself. And this is another popular moment that became quite big for our international clients, and something that myself I do appreciate. And every winter I do an Arctic bath, and it's before you are inside the water is something that you need to work in yourself, in your mind, that you are trying to find the pleasure of something that you are totally scared to do. So I understand the tourists, I see how they are, and after you do it, you feel a strong power inside your body. That is something that is very hard to describe. Because after you are in a cold experience in the water, your body feel warm. It's, I can't explain why that happened, but you feel energized. And we do have quite several type of solutions that people feel energized in our destination. I mean, when you are sitting on a husky sled, and then in the middle of the Arctic, you just listen when the dogs are running. You listen their feet running in the ground. And that's the only sound you are listening. And that is also, that has so much power to you to understand, like, the nature is so huge and we are still so small in those beautiful environment. Well, Kiruna, we are lucky to have our office in a city that is super remote, don't have that many inhabitants, but suddenly this year the whole world learned about Kiruna. And what we build is also, we like to build programs that we want people to understand the destination, to understand where they are, what happened in the past, what's happening now, and what's coming next. And Kiruna, this year, we were there living one day that was historical, because we moved this beautiful huge church with more than 600 tons from one place to the other, because the city needs to move. We have a huge mine, the iron ore, and the hole is getting more big and it's dangerous for the old city center. So we needed to move everything to a new city center. And it was a huge challenge, a discussion for 8 years that happened, how we could move this beautiful church. Should we put this in pieces? Should we move in a one block? It was journalists from something around 80, 90 countries over there. And if you just go on your Instagram and just Google there, like Kiruna church move, you're going to see news from all over the world. So we also create a tour for this season in the new city center, that we explain how it was the moving, how do you move this church, what it has inside because it's still closed, and a beautiful prince that designed an altar that is totally focused on nature, on a Christian church. So it's something to not miss in Kiruna, is the story behind the church. And some of the other trends that we are talking is about nocturism. So more and more people are traveling to sleep, and they want to calm down. I mean, don't add that many activities in the agenda. Just feel the place, do one activity per time, enjoy it, have time to think, reflect, and just be with yourself. And what I can say about those two trends that are super aligned with Swedish Lapland is that our sky is amazing. I can guarantee that whatever is the phenomena you are going to see, it's amazing. If it's hardly snowing, if it is like a milk sky that we see in this upper picture, when you see all the stars and you see kind of this colorful light, and and also when you see admit here, as some people try to admit. And when you see the Northern Lights, of course, the Northern Lights is our big star of the region, and it's nice to explain that Northern Light season does not start with the snow season. Like snow season is much later in the Northern Light season that already started in September. And just to give you two highlights, we have several new properties coming, but I need to highlight Elite Frost, this upper property that is located in Kiruna with a spa up here and the sky bar up here. Super, super cool. And also, I need to also announce to you guys that Tree Hotel, it won so many prizes all internationally, is also building one more accommodation. Tree Hotel is a small property, a lot of land, but not so many rooms, and each room is handily designed, customized, and it's like the previous one was a bird nest, full of bird nests all over the room, and now finally they are building one room on the floor. So that's for the first time is not upper in the trees. This one is more in the bush. So when to travel, and this is one of the most common slide that we have in our presentation. All presentations where I go, everybody loves this. And when to travel, it depends what you want to do. So that's very clear. If you tell me that your clients would like to come for the Northern Light season, I have an amount of months that we can see the Northern Light seasons. But then if you like to tell me they would like to go for the Northern season and they would like to make the winter activities, then I have a little bit less than the Northern Light season to offer you. When you say they want to see the Northern Lights and they want to have a little bit more friendly climate, I have another smaller period to offer you. And if you don't want to see the Northern Lights, you want to see 24 hours day, then I have 2 months that I can give you the experience. So it depends. The nature is very well composed in different ways all year round. And then we offer different activities according to it. So if you are going to ask me that you want to see Northern Lights in June and July, unfortunately, I will say no. It's not possible to see because the days are so long and then the activity does not stop. We don't have a plug on and off, but the problem is that it's not possible to see because the light is super strong in the sky. So this is something very useful during the planning time so that we understand what does it mean a polar night? What does it mean? What kind of activities I can do on the first snow? What risks do I have? So it's super important for us to use this graph. And now I'm going to talk about where we are. So Swedish Lapland, we are talking about north of Sweden. And if we see the line here, this is our Arctic Circle. So we count the Swedish Lapland a part of just under the Arctic Circle and quite some inside the circle. I highlighted here in the video, in the photo, where are the main airports to arrive? I think that's easy to know. We can arrive from those airports, and especially this region here that we see a car here. This is our winter facilities of Drive on Ice. Most of them are concentrated in this area. If we think a little bit south here, Skellefteå, it is a little bit south. It's in the region of Västerbotten in Sweden. But we do have quite some important activities, especially for the mice segment, when they want to see some special factories. We do have a hotel totally built on tree with 20 floors, but it's super nice. If we go to the Luleå region, where is like one of the busiest airport that we have in the region, all this surrounding, and especially here where we call the heart of Lapland, it's called this region here, there are so many small activities that you can really feel the immersion of the region. So I really recommend this region also because it's like lovely places, lovely suppliers. It's like to have an amazing comprehension of our destination. And up here, very close to the mountains, so it's very nice to connect Finland and Norway with Kiruna, is the northernmost airport and city and municipality that we have in Sweden, and that's where we are located as well. So inland, we have borders with Finland and borders with Norway. And one of the recommendation for clients coming from long distance, so if you are coming from long, if you are coming from for a once adventure, we always recommend that you cross the border, that we can take you, we can drive you, and you can experience Norway, you can experience Sweden, and you can also experience Finland, because the Arctic itself, with the three countries, they have a lot of similarities that we can compose in a one trip. I think we identify ourselves in the Arctic much more that we will identify ourselves nationally with our capital. So, I mean, those that live up in northern Norway, they have such a different life than those living in Oslo. But it's not so different than those living in Swedish Lapland. So it's very nice to see the differences and the similarities, how we eat, what is important in each one. So I always recommend, especially for the leisure clients that has more than 10 days, that we can explore a little bit more the region. And transportation, I mean, we have several ways that we can combine all these destinations. And in our company, we have some easy ways to show you some sample itineraries and some that we customize. But as I said, we don't offer like a one seat in a full package. We customize the smaller groups, or either we do private tours. And I have here this video that this is our car when we are connecting from Kiruna to Narvik. So we are taking all the way to Riksgränsen in the mountains to arrive to the other way. And this is a March month. So this is spring for us when we already have like a solid snow, beautiful daylights. And this is how it looks, the panorama. And all the ways to be transported, we have some trains that we recommend, some trains that we do not recommend, and then we can explain because some of them they have a lot of delays on winter time, and some of them are really not nothing special for international market. But for example, this one that we have in the picture is something that we recommend, and the Huskies in Kiruna, you can go to your hotel with a Husky. It's easy to use as transportation. We can provide all the clothing and we take care of the bags to transport to your hotel. And then we can use the Husky sleds to go to your hotel. And also, we see here this small bus is a Sprinter with 16 seats. Then it's all this panoramic roof with glass. This is our own transport that we use with our clients. So it's a special design that we made because it's a more executive car, but you also can have the experience and see like to see the panorama outside when the lights are happening, and then we don't have such a like a roof. So the roof is open to the sky for us. Um, Telling a little bit more about us, like why you would choose us, and I know there are a lot of other DMCs, tour operator. We like to customize everything. We really take care of our relations in the region, and I can tell you, if you will go to our region to speak with our suppliers to the hotels, and you mention us, we are very proud and happy to say that they know us, and they know us with our faces, not only through emails. We know each other. We take care of this relation in a super healthy and good way. We are part of Kiruna Lapland and part of Swedish Lapland, and our sustainability it is connected to that. We like to give the opportunity to work local. We support our restaurants, our hotels, our community, and especially the Sami community. I am a person involved in several discussions that how can we tourists also leave a legacy for them? How can we contribute to keep their own language, to keep their own culture, not only coming and visiting and learning how they explain to us what is a reindeer, but how can we escalate this on a better way? So that's a huge project that we are working all in the Arctic, and I am also involved in that. Uh, we are also local because we are located there. We decided to have our location also in the Arctic, and we know what we are doing. I think also it's very important when we are working in, especially on winter conditions in a super remote place and transporting people and guiding people and using activities in the nature, that we know what we are doing and we know with who we are contracting the services, and to understand companies that are real, because in nowadays when the travel business escalate a lot, it happens some informal ones, and it needs to have the insurance. We need to have the certification that our clients are being taken care on a proper way. So that for us is very important. And I keep here just some movie for us to understand a bit more. Yeah, we partnered this movie together with In Voyage. We are, oops, how do I move now? Yeah. We are part of In Voyage family, our company. We, for those that work in the segment of mice, In Voyage is one of the large events for the luxury mice, and we are the selected partner in the Arctic region. So I will stop sharing so you guys can see my face. And I don't know if you have any question, anything that I can answer you, any comment. I see some clients as well here. Thank you for joining. And if there is anything that was not clear, let me see if I have here questions and answer. I see Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. The video is also indeed is very beautiful. It's how In Voyage make everything. But I see that if you don't be shy to ask. I know it's some people here in the room, but there are no bad questions, and otherwise I need to pop a question for myself just to start to have questions. But I think it's especially when clients are coming from big cities, and also when we talk about Stockholm, our capital, that's not a big city. So also coming from Stockholm, when I say it, if you have 300,000 people, it is already a big city comparing to the Arctic. The tempo, the daily life with the clients, it's always very well appreciated. In all these years, I have 32 years experience in the travel business, and I am working in the Arctic for now almost 15 years. And I had never have any client with me that say like, that was not what I expected. That's not that beautiful. It's not so much quality. Everybody get very impressed with what they see. And once I heard from one client that the sky is so beautiful in the region because sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's this milk sky with the stars, and sometimes you see a planet. So you see so much. And they say, well, the Northern Lights, if it would not appear, it still is so beautiful. So it's like I say, the Northern Lights for some people is just a must, but it should not be because we have much more than that to see. Yeah, when we talk about the summer, summer activities are very different than the winter ones. And I would say that winter ones is the season that we have a lot of snow, that we can take snowmobiles and we can take huskies. And that is very short. So summer is even shorter, but we also have autumn and spring without snow that it will combine. On the summertime, we can hike quite a lot. And we have in this northern part of Sweden, we have a lot of national parks that are a must to see. If the clients are not very much for long hike, we have trails that are smaller. We can pick berries. Later on, we can pick mushrooms as well. So we can also make a cooking class around the fire and be in nature. In Sweden, we have something that is called allmännsrätter. What it means that you have a right to random, to roam. You have a right to move. You have a right to explore. You have a right to pick berries. But you cannot do a camping beside someone else's houses. We're talking about big land. In those places, it is okay for you to explore and to be, and you don't need to be worried if it is private or not. So I would say the hiking is the must, and exploring in boat tour, especially in Norwegian side, we have a lot of boat tours that are super cool to do on the summer months. And lots of cooking activities and both in rivers. In Sweden, we do on rivers, and in Norway, we do in the sea. I think those are the most popular ones. Let me open here. Um, uh, that is a comment from Rafaela, the best GMC. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining one of our best fun tours in Swedish Lapland. We organize time to time. We curate so well our fun tours that it really takes time for us to do. We don't do every time because it's so many details that we like to add that it looks like an incentive trip for us. So Rafaela was with us. Thank you so much for that. Uh, and yeah, I see Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you also. Muchas gracias a ti, Lourdes. It's good to explain that we speak also several languages. Yo también hablo español para los que vienen del mercado latino y que quieren hacer toda la costumación en español. Podemos siempre hablar em espanhol. E para os clientes brasileiros, nós temos muitos brasileiros na empresa e nós também falamos português. E anche posso parlare italiano, non lo parlo così molto bene, ma io posso, capisco e possiamo continuare una conversazione pure in italiano se ha bisogno. And we have one person in the company that speaks French, so we can also do something, do a whole process speaking in French. Who wants to ask something? I don't see. Okay, Michelle. We sell 4 countries in our company. We have one office in Stockholm, one in Kiruna, and we are working with Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and Finland. Those are the countries that we cover. Those are the countries that we go often to visit our destinations, to speak with our suppliers, to learn about new activities, to check the older ones. So that's how we can take care on a proper way. And that was our decision for now, that we are not working with Iceland. There are several DMCs in Iceland that they are based in the island. So I think it's better that we focus in the other Nordics except Iceland. So four Nordic countries are our playground. And yeah, yeah. More questions? Do we have more questions? No? So we will leave this. Mm, how could I describe Lapland in a one word? Yeah, unforgettable. I think that's it. Unforgettable. I mean, I am a person, I came from a huge city. I came from São Paulo, Brazil, and my heart is always there when I leave. So it for me it's home. I can describe it as home as well. Well, it's a lot of propaganda about the Northern Lights. We are experiencing now a beautiful season this September, and I for the 15 years, and there's no, I'm not saying about this about science. This is my feeling. For all these years, I always feel that September is always a must month. September is so cool to see, maybe because we have been coming from 3 months that we don't see anything, then we believe that we see a lot. So, and September is a month that we don't have that rough weather, and we can walk more. We have day and night. So September is a super nice month to see Northern Lights, and sometimes people forget about it, and some destinations, unfortunately, they are crowded. They are super crowded. And we need to try to make it more exclusive and find pathways and find smaller hotels and more authentic experiences. That what we like to customize. Yeah, so far so good. You guys have our contacts. I will give you leave it here my email. This is my direct email. So any question that comes up later, we have one team focus in the leisure side and another team focus in the mice. If any of you guys that works with mice will be in Las Vegas next week for IMAX, I will be there, we will be there, so we can meet in the Nordics as well. And if you are going to participate in US in the Nordic Road Show, we are there represented by Kiruna and Swedish Lapland as well. So for now, I would say thank you so much, and we can conclude now the webinar.